So while we're getting set up here, I'll just start with this. I just had this one slide, and then I'll launch right into the sort of the presupposition that we're starting with here is that video is not just YouTube anymore. There's video all over the place. A lot of people are using Hulu, iTunes, and then it just goes on and on and on. Even some of the sites that you thought, maybe had lost out to YouTube, like Vimeo, there's other ones that are popping up. And then, of course, we've got video all over the internet where people are storing it now on their own sites, like New York Times, for instance, is a good example of you kind of have to go to New York Times to get that video. So we basically created a platform which starts with the idea of just finally aggregating all of this together. But that's just only the beginning. So we consider this an entry point into online video in general. Here's the home page. So basically what users are presented with when they first land on the site is two sections. The top section is sort of the must-watch, most popular videos on the internet right this second, so that we determine how that is. Like in this case, this is actually has a Magma score of 8.7, so it's higher than this one. But this video then is determined. We found several different copies on YouTube. There may have been one on Vimeo, and then we also went around to Twitter and to Dig and to FriendFeed and other places to see who's chattering about those videos, and so that the accumulative score is hardly just views and comments, but more the social activity that happens all around. Then we've aggregated it by the most popular for each individual platform. And then we sort of went through and said what's popular right now on Twitter or through the blogs or StumbleUpon or Dig or Delicious. Obviously, since we know Dig is a certain kind of a site, we can tell what kind of videos might end up being on there. If we know it's popular on Dig, those are young guys that drink beers, and it sort of has a stereotype that a lot of these platforms are kind of coming into. And so anyway, so then the experience is if you want to watch a video, every video has its own individual archive page where you can see extensive statistics and then go through and share, etc. Having a little slow network here. I'm going to maybe, not even sure that the network is on actually, but I did pull up, I had preloaded some screenshots here just earlier, or not screenshots, but this is the site I just preloaded. And for instance, users can create their own page. So here's my page where I collect videos, and I can add videos and change the title and the description and everything, and then I can send people here to my Magma page and say, check out my videos, or check out my favorite Japanese videos, for instance, as it's still, I don't think we've got a connection here. Maybe we do, I don't think so. So then, let's see, luckily I did bring up some other slides here too. This is still sorted, so it's sort of like a place where I can collect, and I can collect videos from everywhere. So I can put my iTunes videos here, my Vimeo videos, YouTube videos, etc. And then, let's see, here's an example of a video that we found recently, and you can see it's made its way through all the various different platforms. And then we've got cumulative views and stats. And we're still developing quite a bit. It's the site's actually in beta. Here's an example of exactly how it will look, so that for every video you can sort of come and see what the chatter is like, broken down in sort of a BuzzFeed, and drill in, and I could see like the whole 129 tweets around it and stuff. So it's a pretty powerful tool in that way, and then I can add it to my own page like that. So let me just see if
you still don't have a connection. It should be good.
Let's see, connection should be good. I'm just trying to go to Google now. It's just not popping up. Google's down.
Daniel, he doesn't have a connection.
All right, well, I'm going to show you a few more screenshots. Basically, let's see. So yeah, here was the idea of aggregating it all together, and then it provides this place to collect. And then you can really share videos pretty easily with your friends. So in this case, I'm following 124 people, and I've got 54 following me. So then everybody's got a dashboard. Oh, I'm just getting still a no connection here. Is there any way to come out?
Can you help him out there?
Try to get it online. Well, let me just say that basically what this platform is a perfect example of what happened the other day when the news about Michael Jackson happened. I noticed it myself a few minutes after it had hit Twitter from the TMZ story. So I went to YouTube and started looking for Michael Jackson videos, and then I just used the bookmarklet and added them into Magma. And then about 3 minutes later, several other people who are following me noticed my videos, and then they started adding them. So then the home page sort of started looking like Michael Jackson videos within the first few minutes. So when you'd hit the home page, you could get a sense right away. Let me click on the dashboard here. So like out of the 120 people that I'm following, here's their videos and what's happening. Here's Tim Shea, who just added something a minute ago. He's the guy from Next New Networks, one of the founders. And so obviously then what people are doing is they're becoming curators, and then they end up having an influence in terms of how they interact with the videos. And then, of course, we have a bunch of features where it sends it out to Twitter automatically and interacts with the other platforms. So what we have here is a real-time view of video where you just sort of land on the home page and kind of see what's happening recently and what's happening recently amongst all the other platforms. But what we found already is that by having the user interaction and having sort of that social networking feature involved already, is that the people are actually making an impact even quicker than all of the back-end technology. So sort of like in the panel that they were talking about this morning with the investors, it really is not just technically finding out how fast can you get this information, but it's having that user side also and finding kind of a semiotic relationship. Jamie, where are you? We've got our developers here. Can you raise your hand, Jamie? Where are you? Okay. So I'm looking at his page right here, for instance, and once again, you just sort of collect videos, and so we're not only using the real-time streams to determine what's the most popular videos right now and what is everybody watching, but we're also kind of creating our own real-time stream of video, because we're able to bring all the videos to talk with each other. In other words, whatever's happening on Hulu and iTunes is not really talking, nor is it talking with YouTube. So we finally have created something that brings this all together instantly. So
you can follow the channels other people create, and you can also follow by topic?
Yeah, that's right. Like, for instance, here's a Boing Boing channel. What we did is we scrape Boing Boing, and so if one post out of every 5 posts have a video in it, we'll just show you all of the the latest Boing Boing videos, and I just sorted it by most popular score. And so then anybody can create their own system channels because we have RSS feeds going in and out, and then we actually created the whole API first, and then we built our website on top of the API. So this website is actually just an example of what anybody could do with the API, which we're leaving completely open. So if you wanted to create something where you said, show me all sports Brazilian videos, and I just want to see a certain kind, and I want it to live within my own platform, then you could easily just do that yourself.
Great. Thank you. And when is this going to be open? I think that there's a few invites on TechCrunch, but other than that...
Mm-hmm. We only have a couple thousand users on it right now because we're still building out a few of the features. So we think it's going to be live in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Terrific.
And if you'd like an invite, we have free invites for people here. You can just go to mag.ma and enter in the code CrunchUp99, all in uppercase, or sorry, CrunchUp09, all in uppercase. And yeah,
Okay.
it's one of those, it's a pretty complex system. Actually, it's not a beachhead product. There's about 5 different products, so I encourage you to go in and explore and check it out.
Great. Well, thanks for
All right,
sharing
thanks.
this with us. I appreciate it. Big round of applause.